right, we are here with legendary NFL quarterback Eli Manning, ahead of Super Bowl 59 here at Radio Row. You are joining us on behalf of Verizon. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes.
You are from New Orleans. How does it feel to be back in the city of New Orleans, especially during Super Bowl week?
I might be a little bit biased because I'm from here, but I think New Orleans is the greatest host city for the Super Bowl just because you have the great culture, you have the great food and restaurants, everything's close, you can walk around, and most importantly, I get to stay at my parents' house. My mom cooked me breakfast this morning, and it's so I don't have to stay in a hotel. I get to see my parents. My oldest brother Coop and his family live here. Get to see them. So it's coming home and stay in my old bed and enjoy the Super Bowl.
What'd your mom cook you for breakfast?
We just had it was simple. Just had some fruit, had some eggs.
No grits?
She offered some grits and bacon. Like I don't have time. It's just a quick one, and I was off running here.
Awesome. All right, well, I do want to start off by talking to you about the Hall of Fame news. Now that you've had a little bit of time to process it, how do you feel about it now, missing the Hall of Fame on your first try?
I'm excited for the guys that got in.
Yeah.
I text Jared Allen. I said, hey, I kind of feel like I kind of got in because I helped you get in the Hall of Fame by you sacking me so many times when we played. Antonio Gates, happy for him. When I was coming out and to the draft in 2004. Meeting with the Chargers, they were talking about, hey, we got this guy's on the practice squad. He didn't play college football, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's an unbelievable talent. I'm like, yeah, right. I doubt that will happen. Antonio Gates was that guy, and now he is in the Hall of Fame, and unbelievable player. So happy, Sterling Sharp, happy for all the guys that got in, very deserving. And, I'm happy to be here at the Super Bowl in my hometown and just enjoying the atmosphere.
You obviously had an insane NFL career, though, Eli. Do you feel like it's a matter of not if, but when?
That's not up for me to decide. I think it's one of those deals where, for the Hall of Fame, to be amongst the 15 that were in the finalists is an honor. To be in the conversation is an honor. And if one day I get in, it'll be amazing. But it's not going to tarnish, how I feel about my career, my teammates, my friendships, the wins, what it's meant for me to play for the New York Giants my entire career has been unbelievable, and nothing will change that.
All right, let's talk about your New York Giants.
Yes,
because,
please.
Man, it was an up and down season for New York. They have the number 3 pick in this draft. A lot of people are speculating that they will take a quarterback. Is there anyone that you like in particular?
I haven't looked through all the quarterbacks and watched film to make that decision. That's why you have scouts. That's why you have a GM. They have to make those tough decisions.
Sure.
I just know it's hard for a rookie quarterback to come to New York and have early success. There's a lot of demands. There's a lot put on your shoulders dealing with the New York media, everything that goes around with that. And so I think, I think they need to probably get a veteran quarterback to come in and kind of help that transition, even if they draft one of these quarterbacks with that 3rd pick. It's just you need a guy who can come in and knows how to handle everything going on, because there's going to be some ups and downs and a lot of downs for a young quarterback, and can he handle that New York? Really, when you put a young quarterback in there, you want him to be prepared. You want him to set up for success so he doesn't have to go through some of those lows.
Do you take the best player on the board or take a quarterback, in your opinion?
I mean, I think it just depends on do you think you can get a free agent quarterback to step in? Do you feel like one of these quarterbacks is the future? You can't, if you're going to take a quarterback at number 3, you can't miss on that one. You got to make sure, hey, this guy's going to be a superstar. He's going to be our long-term guy in the next 5-10 years. So they got to look at that to see if one of these guys can fit that role, or can they make a difference, get a veteran quarterback and get another playmaker, get another receiver that can go out there, get a defensive end that can be a game changer for certain.
A lot of people have their own thoughts and opinions on Brian Daboll. Giants won 3 games this year, and the quarterback situation was up and down with Daniel Jones leaving midseason. Did the Giants make the right decision by keeping him around?
I think so. I mean, obviously, Coach Daboll, went to the playoffs. They won a playoff game 2 years ago. He's had success at other places. Obviously, this year did not work out. A lot of things going on at the quarterback position, like you said. So they got to figure that out. They got to get his guy in there. That can come in, run that offense, win those close games, and I think you just got to give coaches time. You got to give them time, let them stay in there. You can't just have offensive coordinators, coaches in there for 1 or 2 seasons and expect things to happen, especially if you're bringing in a young quarterback now. You got to let him stay in that same offense. I was fortunate. I had the same offense my first 10 years. Peyton had the same offense his first 12 years. Tom Brady, even if you lost coordinators, it was same guys in that family, in that offense that kind of rose up through the ranks. You weren't switching, firing guys, new things. You got to give these guys times to grow within the offense.
Think Giants fans need to be a little bit more patient with the process?
You have to be patient. It's hard to be patient. It's like everybody, they want to win now. Fans get upset, and obviously it's been a long stretch where we haven't won consistently these last 10 years. Obviously made the playoffs 2 years ago, but it's hard to say be patient, but you do need that. You got to give time, players and coaches time to develop everybody and create that culture.
It's hard, Eli. Everybody wants to win a Super Bowl.
They want to win. We want it now, tomorrow. Let's win. But that's the thing is in the NFL, which makes it so great, is you can go from winning 3 games to being a playoff team. You see with Washington this year. You get the right players. You get the right quarterback. You create the right culture. You can make that big leap from one year to the next.
Yeah, the Commanders had an unbelievable season. Jaden Daniels just won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Great season for him. Okay, you are joining us on behalf of Verizon. I have Verizon, actually.
I have
Great
Verizon.
Wireless company.
No doubt.
What's going on with them?
Well, they're the official 5G sponsor of the NFL. They do so much in just creating a great atmosphere for the Super Bowl. We got so many people in congested areas. You want to stay connected, and Verizon supplies that. They do unbelievable things for the city of New Orleans. Invested so much, in making sure you're connected, and that's going to be permanent. That's going to be for affecting New Orleans for the next years with the tourism. They also have the House of Verizon, a setup where you have music, food, culture of New Orleans. They have a bowling tournament. You can win tickets to the Super Bowl this year. So it's a great place to go if you're a Verizon customer. Hang out in New Orleans and enjoy kind of what New Orleans is all about.
All right, before I let you go, I got to talk to you about Arch Manning. He's finally getting his shot as QB1 with the Texas Longhorns. They've been rolling these past couple of years. How excited are you for him next season?
I'm very excited, and I think he's handled this whole scenario very well, from the recruitment through high school to being at Texas, being the backup, playing when he got the opportunity, and just kind of understanding his role. I know he's excited this year to be the starter, to take over that team. And excited to get down to Austin and just to watch him play. And he works so hard and so committed to everything. And it's just proud of him how he's handled this situation.
Super Bowl prediction, Chiefs or Eagles?
I'm not rooting for a team just because I root for players. I root for Saquon Barkley. I root for Steve Spagnuolo and Travis Kelce, the guys I've met, been around, Patrick Mahomes. But it's hard for me to say this, but I think the Eagles are going to win.
Wow,
I think Saquon Barkley is. I know. I'm not I don't want him to win necessarily, but I want Saquon to win. So it's conflicting. It's hard for me right now.
All right, we'll see what happens on Super Bowl Sunday. Eli Manning, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. A lot of fun.